Hi guys, welcome to the second in my video series, tips and tools for different behavior situations you see with students and with kids in your own home. Okay, so we're going to talk about disrespect again, but this time in the classroom. Definitely happens, can be totally common. One of my biggest tips and tools for the classroom is ignoring. So if this is sort of a one-time offense, no big deal, I would say ignore as much as possible. I also love a non-verbal redirection. So that's that sort of teacher look like, ooh, what are you doing? Because a lot of times the disrespect comes out and it's really has nothing to do with how they feel about you as a teacher, but they're trying to get attention. They have impulsive behavior. It's more about them than about you, which is true of most behaviors. If the disrespect is a pattern, then it's definitely time for a teacher-student meeting where, without judgment, you just try to figure out what's going on. And that's private, and you may have to do it out in the hallway when the kids are busy with something. You may have to sort of schedule it or have them come in. If it's a supplemental classroom, you might ask the parents to bring them in early. And on my blog, I have a parent-child meeting format, and it's really very similar when you're the teacher or professional working with a child, and you really want to figure out what the root of the problem is. If we're talking about a chronic problem with disrespect, you need to put something in place, and this will come out of the meeting where there is a consequence, and the child can help you come up with that. And maybe there's some sort of warning system. 1, 2, 3 Magic for the classroom is really a great resource. And once they got to 3, they would have that consequence. But you might not even want to say 1, 2, 3 out loud. You want to do it really non-verbally and privately. So there could be something that you work out with the child where you're just showing them numbers and they know they're getting to it. And one of those traditional teacher moves that really is so beneficial and so simple is you just walking over to where they're sitting and putting your hand on their shoulder and just letting them know that you hear them and you notice what they're doing. And that may redirect them enough to know that they need to calm down. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to build a relationship with your students. If you guys have a really great, mutually respectful relationship, a lot of the disrespect will stop. So figure out what you guys have in common. I had this child once and we talked about pop. If you're not from Michigan, soda. We talked about our favorite kinds. It was like a really simple, silly sort of thing that we discussed. It was what we found in common. It was kind of just our shtick, and that's how we connected. So building that relationship is really important. If you have any questions, send me a direct message. Thanks for listening.